Hey everyone, this is L.A.W Gaming. Today we're going to look at 5 more enemy units that I think should be trainable in Battle Nations. These are 5 units that we could fight throughout the game, but we can't train yet, and I think they'd make cool additions to the player's roster of units, and they could be trainable for resources or nanopods. Starting off with number 5, we have the Armored Raider Mammoth. This is one of the most surprising omissions from the Raider units. It's essentially the Raider equivalent to a heavy or super tank, and I think it's just a cool looking unit. It's got a large health pool and a lot of armor. It's got 2 attacks which can deal good damage to both infantry and enemy armor, and it's got a giant cannon that looks like a dragon or a crocodile. It's got a shotgun attack that could deal between 56 and 84 damage times 3, and both attacks let it shoot almost constantly, so what's not to like about it? It's definitely better than the Mammoth Rider, which we can't even get until max level anyway at the moment. This unit could be unlocked at the Raider training camp around level 45 to 50 and could have immunity to cold environmental damage. It can cost powder and necklaces to produce, which would give us a way to spend some of our excess teeth and skulls and give us a solid option for battles in the Eastern Wastes. I would just buff the damage the cannon does starting out, especially to be competitive around the level 40s and 50s. Moving on to number 4, we have the Raider War Mammoth. This is the Raiders' other heavily armored unit, and it serves as their equivalent to the Rocket Truck or Brimstone. This one has sort of a gambling type attack, where damage is randomly spread out from a centrally targeted square. If we end up getting the War Mammoth, it should also have immunity to cold environmental damage, and I would like to see the attack the Total War Mammoth, which is the upgraded version, has, which targets vehicles specifically and has a higher crit chance and chance to stun against them. This unit could also cost powder and necklaces and could be unlocked at some point in the level 40s to 50. Both powder and necklaces are kind of an underused resource for building units in the game. There's not really that many that use them, and they're mostly used for unit upgrades. So I'd like to see maybe a way to sink some of them into units if you wanted to. And it could serve as an up-armored artillery unit, and with a niche in battles that don't allow vehicles or that have cold weather damage. Next up at number 3, we have the Silverwolf Bombardier. This is one of the Silverwolf artillery units, and it's surprising that it was never added as a trainable unit. This is one of the most dangerous Silverwolf units to face, as it has a strong tendency to focus fire on backline units and can deal very high damage, especially on a crit. This is one of the most iconic Silverwolf units in my opinion, as it shows off their makeshift jury-rigged aesthetic, and their grenade launcher sort of looks like a potato gun. The upgraded version does 186 to 277 damage, which is crazy for an artillery unit. This unit could also have cold immunity, and I can imagine it would cost a good amount of gears, merits, or bars, and can serve as a useful unit for the cold weather missions, or just another solid artillery infantry unit for the mid-game. And at number 2, we have the XT-11 Experimental Laser Jeep. This is a unit we encounter as part of the Mystery Troop missions. The Laser Jeep has a high damage laser attack with 90% armor piercing. It has a fairly solid 40 dodge, which is about on par with a rank 1 Meerkat. The Laser Jeep could serve as a good addition to the units available at the Optics facility, which only has 3 trainable units, the Laser Trooper, and the 2 very mediocre nanopod units, the Laser Sniper and Laser Tank. The Laser Jeep could be a decent glass cannon type unit, which can deal a lot of armor piercing damage, but relies more on dodge than having any armor or a lot of health. The Laser Jeep should be a resource unit. I could imagine it costing a good amount of steel and maybe a couple widgets, which would give players access to a laser vehicle without forcing them to pay the nanopods for the very mediocre laser tank. And at number 1, we have the XT-04 Experimental Laser Tank, which is another laser vehicle that's encountered alongside the Mystery Troops, and it is superior in many ways to the currently trainable laser tank. The XT-04 has far superior damage, more health, better resistances, better dodge, and defense than a rank 1 laser tank. It also just looks way cooler. It looks like a sleek, futuristic tank rather than a laser turret strapped to a medium tank. The XT04 could deal high armor piercing damage while utilizing a high dodge stat to compensate for lower armor than other tanks in the game. I think if the XT04 is added, it could replace the laser tank as a nanopod unit and the laser tank could be made into a resource unit, or alternatively, the laser tank could be buffed to keep it relevant compared to the XT04. Either way, I would like to see both experimental laser vehicles added to the optics facility in one way or another, as they kind of bridge the gap between the player's laser units and some of the later advanced weapons we get in the game. So tell me what you think of all of these 5 units. Would you like to see them or any other units added to the game? If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you left a like, comment, or subscribed. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.